Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, and of course my non-Muslim brothers and sisters as well. This video is going to be all about preparing for Ramadan. Now, as we know, the month of Ramadan will soon be starting, inshallah. On the face of it, Ramadan is just about not eating or drinking throughout the day, but in reality there are so many more deep spiritual levels to it. So this video is going to try and prepare you not just for the physical side of Ramadan, but also for the spiritual side. However, I shall get on to the spiritual side because the reality is we will be going very long hours without food or drink, and that's no easy feat. For some people in some countries it's up to 22-hour fasts this year. So, how to prepare for this kind of thing? For starters, you need to put lots of focus on what you're actually putting into your body during the hours we are allowed to eat and drink. Now, I for one am not generally a very healthy person, but during Ramadan you're going to be having very little times where you can actually have some food. So you need to make sure that the food you do have is healthy and nutritious, as well as drinking plenty of water to keep you hydrated throughout the day. At Sahur, the morning meal we have before we start Fajr, we should have plenty of water and foods which are rich in fibre and carbohydrates, but also slow release foods to make sure you'll have that energy throughout the day. Some recommended foods would be cereals, bananas, which are a rich source of potassium, and in general any kind of fruit. At Iftar, I know some people prefer to have very large, very oily meals. However, that is one surefire way to make sure your fast the next day is so much harder. The best way to do it is to make sure you eat till you're full, but not till you're bloated, because then you'll be sitting around feeling very lazy, feeling very unenergetic, and that attitude will carry with you throughout the next day, and you'll feel kind of unable to move. So what you want to be able to do is just have a meal that will give you the energy for the next day as well. It will make you feel full, so perhaps start with something easy like soup, and then go on to something that's healthy and tasty at the same time, because of course you want to be enjoying your meals when you can have them. But the focus of Ramadan should be not so much about the food, but the spiritual connection. So try and just have foods that aren't too out there, don't have massive tables full of every kind of food you can imagine. Just have a nice simple dinner like you would most days. Another mistake that some people make is to try and stock up on food on the days before Ramadan, try and get themselves as full as possible. However, all this is going to do is make sure that your stomach requires more food to feel full. In reality, you should start cutting down on food a few days before, so you can slowly shrink your stomach to make it more comfortable with smaller amounts of food. This way, when it does come to Ramadan, you won't be expecting to eat loads of food throughout the day, as your body will be more used to reasonable sized meals. Now, how to stay energised throughout the day whilst you are fasting? The best way to prepare for this is to make sure that the days before you do go out, you can go out and get a bit of exercise, a bit of fresh air, and try and get your body's fitness levels up. I know this is going to be a hard thing for some people, I'm not a fit person personally, but just try and get out there, try and get your body more used to going out, getting fresh air, feeling more energetic. That way, your body will have more fitness levels when you do start fasting, and you'll be able to spend your energy more efficiently. Unfortunately, apart from that, there's no real quick fix way to deal with the fast. The most important thing is mind over matter. Remind yourself throughout the day while you're doing it. You are doing it to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has given you so much, and everything you have that you're missing out on in Ramadan, inshallah you have throughout the rest of the year, and He has given you those blessings. So just remind yourself, He is the one you're giving it up for. He is the one who usually gives you everything, so you can do this for Him. Have that mindset, and it will inshallah power you through the day, and you'll be able to cope with the fast very well. One important thing to note, however, is you should always prioritise your health. Ramadan is obligatory for us to fast, however this is only if you are able to. If there comes a time on a certain day in Ramadan where you feel physically unable to do so, you are feeling sick, you're fainting, whatever, do not keep on fasting, because in those cases it's not obligatory for you. Make sure if you're going to be fainting and having physical detriment to your health by doing it, you have some water or something to eat to just get you back up to health. You make the day up after Ramadan, and this isn't just like, oh, I don't really feel like it today, I'll have a drink, I'll do it another time. This is if you're physically unable to do so, and it will make you physically sick, and there will be a genuine detriment to yourself by doing it. On these occasions, it's so important that you take care of your own health first, and make up the day after Ramadan for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, physical side done, now on to the spiritual side. Ramadan is the most blessed month to the Muslims, because in this month, all our good deeds are multiplied, and the devils are chained up. However, because the devils are chained up for the month of Ramadan, they work extra hard in the time before to try and get you committing bad deeds, so that these will continue from your own back during Ramadan. The important way to prepare for this is to make a mental checklist of all the things that you want to accomplish throughout Ramadan. So no one's perfect, we're all human. So if there is a couple of sins that you know you're doing on a regular basis, Be aware of those and try and improve that during Ramadan. Cut them out completely during Ramadan when the devil's not there to tell you, whisper in your ear, you do this, you do this. And inshallah, if you're fully committed to it throughout Ramadan, when he comes back at the end of Ramadan, when the devil tells you, do this, you can turn around and say, no, I want to be a good Muslim and I will not take part in this sin. Also, because our good deeds are multiplied, we should try and do as many as we can during this month. Try and make best use of these blessings. So if you don't pray, then inshallah, make sure you're praying during Ramadan, because your fast only counts if you are praying the 5 prayers a day. So working your way up to Ramadan, start increasing your number of prayers. Start with 1, go up to 2, etc. And make sure by the time it comes to Ramadan, you're praying 5 times a day. And inshallah, that behaviour will continue after Ramadan. Other great good deeds to take part in are reading more Quran. So just if you whatever language you speak, you can read your Quran in that language to get the full understanding. But also inshallah, try and read or at least listen to it in the proper Arabic, so that you get to experience Quran the way it came down to the Prophet, peace be upon him. Another great thing you can do is charity. Don't forget, your blessings will be multiplied, so you'll be as if you've given 70 times or more of that charity that you gave. And just imagine how much it can help the people you give it to. Ramadan is a time to remember our spiritual blessings over our materialistic ones. So we can think, I don't need this money, these people do, and inshallah you can help improve lives of others around you. Another way to do it is do more prayers. So yes, we got to do the 5 prayers a day, but there are so many sunnah prayers you can do. You can do tahajjud and inshallah tarawih in the evenings. Go to the mosque and pray it with people there, and inshallah experience those blessings and increase them throughout Ramadan, and it will increase the piety in your heart as well, inshallah. The final point that I'd like to make for this video, inshallah, is to remind us all that Ramadan is a time that brings all the Muslims around the world in our ummah together. However, some people don't have the fortune of being able to spend it with a Muslim family. So in the time of Ramadan, please remember the reverts. So if you know one, they might not have anyone to experience Ramadan with. They might be fasting all day by themselves, having iftar alone in the evenings. Invite them over to yours. If you give a fasting person iftar, you get the blessings of their fast as well. So you'll get the blessings, and imagine how happy it'll make them to feel included. It'll make them feel closer to their faith. So please, inshallah, if you know a revert, invite them around for iftar, see when they're free, and see which days you can host them. And inshallah, encourage your friends to do the same, so that they feel really included this Ramadan. Jazakallah khair for watching. I hope you found this video useful, and please subscribe to my channel for more reminders throughout the month of Ramadan and inshallah afterwards as well. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.